Hey everyone, exciting show for you today. Again, it is Friday, and that means we bring back one of our experts. And of course, we are bringing back Mike Georgie to talk about all things kind of taxes and entities. If you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know that I stay away from entity discussions because my opinion doesn't matter because I don't know your situation. So I work with Mike Georgie and the Nexus Group LLC because they take the time to interview and understand you. So let's welcome Mike to the show. How you doing, buddy?
I'm excellent, sir. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm excited about this topic because we're damn near middle of the year, right? It's almost June 1st, and it is, it's time to start thinking about your books or your taxes and all of those things as we kind of get through that middle of the year. And of course, taxes are right around the corner. So I thought I'd open up to you. And what are three or four things people should be thinking about today?
Well, like you were saying, books, it's almost halfway through the year. So you should start thinking about, hey, are my books complete? Where am I at in that process? And specifically because of COVID, there's about three or four different things that you should be thinking about.
Hmm.
So let's go through them. Number one, and I've already talked about this one, I've harped about it, when it comes to compliance, but I'm going to harp about when it comes to doing the books.
Yep.
So if you've personally paid for anything for the business at your personal business or your personal account, then we need to make sure we put those in the books. We need to put them as payables, a liability from the entity, so that we know it's documented. The business owes you money, and when you get the money back in the future, it's not taxed again. And so A, let's make sure we're keeping track of it. B, let's make sure we don't get double taxed when it comes back to you. And C, it's good to know how much you put in, and this is regarding any business, not necessarily real estate, how much you put in versus how much you're making and what your future prospects look like to make good business decisions. So
Absolutely.
that's number one. Any questions?
No, I think that's right. Again, I love the idea that we're
Okay.
talking about being double taxed, right? Because that would be a great shame if that happened.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, number two.
So number two, if you've pushed bills back, business bills, and a lot of the people, vendors, et cetera, have been very understanding when it's the last couple months, and so you may have not have had to pay bills, certain bills, et cetera. And so if you push those back, you want to make sure that you put them in past due bills, and you're going to have to at some point, most likely, contact those vendors and make some kind of payment plan. And so if you push back the bills, let's make sure we put those in liabilities, and then let's put in what the new payment plan or what the new amount's going to be to catch that up, or what the plan is, that's going to help us with our cash flow. And that takes me to number three. If we've put money into the business, or if we pushed bills back during this last period of time, we need to, number three, reassess our cash flow. Make sure that we're going to be able to pay those things back. It's realistic that we're taking into consideration the climate now. Don't get me wrong, business is coming back, but it's, in my humble estimation, I think it's going to be something that's staggered a little bit.
For
And
sure.
so it's going to be a progression. And so those are things that people are going to need to take into account. So, when you combined all of them, how much money have I put into the business? How much money do I have left that I can put into the business more? Okay. Number two, how much bills have I pushed back, and what do I need to pay in the immediate future and then over, a longer period of time? And then number three, what's my cash flow? What's my future outlook look like? And where do I stand? And
Yeah.
how much work am I going to have to do? How much time am I going to have to put in? Or am I going to have to get more renters? Do I need, excuse me, allergies? Do I need to go ahead and sell some properties to be able to right myself, et cetera? And by the way, when it comes to, properties and properties being sold, buyers stopped coming to the market, and this is Bloomberg a couple days ago. Buyers stopped coming to the market, but sellers also stopped having their properties be listed. And so now that buyers are coming back because the interest rates and because the perceived capability to purchase a property at a lower rate, what they're saying is there's a lot of offers on properties, and they're getting their listed price or more. And that's going to be, don't get me wrong, for a short period of time until more properties come back onto the market. But, you know, in real estate, those are things to consider, especially if you're going to go ahead and sell property or if there's cash flow, et cetera. So just a few things to think about. And, you know, here's our star number 4. If your books aren't in shape, you're not going to be able to reassess your cash flow. You're not going to be able to assess your bills, your budget, et cetera, in a meaningful way. And so if you're in that position, give us a call. We're launching our bookkeeping software and a couple other goodies this coming month. And we want to go ahead and help you get righted on the ship that you're on. So give us a call. We'll give you a few freebies like we always do for Mike's people. And we'll at least help you outline these items. So,
yeah, I think that's really good. I love how number 3 got to the cash flow statement, right? As an ex-accountant, that was my career, or my first job out of college, was being just a general ledger accountant. So many folks in real estate talk balance sheet first, right? They want to brag about their net worth. The second thing they brag about is total rent collection. No one, I'm just trying to think realistically. Yeah, no one talks about net cash flow other than the people that have been in the game like myself, for real. Because that's really all that matters, is really net cash flow from the business. And it's net cash flow, which is through the cash flow statement. So getting your books right, having those I call them look yourself in the mirror conversations is critical. Because maybe some of you should get a little smaller, right? Maybe you should peel off one property, raise your cash balance so that you can survive the next couple of months. There's a lot of evidence out there that we're kind of in this parallel universe while unemployment is up $600 a week and there's a $1,200 stimulus check and all of those other things that is making rent collection higher than should normally be. So getting ready for that, which again is post-July, is something we should be getting prepared for. So I think getting involved in a bookkeeping software that is put out there has, you know, a low basis, and you know, I like that you give away free stuff to my listeners. It's pretty awesome. How can they reach out to you, or where should they go to find out more details about this? Because again, it's not just about the balance sheet income statement. It is so important to get a handle on your cash flow statement.
You know, just to capitalize on that, we are cash flow heavy. Cash flow. We want to know, you know, if you have 3 or 4 or 5 different companies and, you know, it's real estate and you have consulting or whatever happens to be, what's the overall cash flow of all your companies? Boom, right there, number 1. Number 2, what's the cash flow per company? Number 3, what's the cash flow per bank account? Because any one of those going negative is going to cause you an issue. It's going to cause you heartache. It's going to cause you to put money out of your own, you know, account to pay something directly, or it's going to cause you to have some kind of issue. And so cash flow and being cash flow heavy and understanding where you're at, not just now, but, you know, in the future, 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, based on your expenses, your reoccurring, you know, expenses, variables, et cetera. It's huge. So how can they get a hold of us? On our website, www.nexusgroupllc.us. Again, that's nexusgroupllc.us. Hopefully Mike will post a link here with our video as well. Mm-hmm. And then our telephone number, it's 877-807-01 or 8001. Excuse me. It's, you know, it's been an interesting week. So
one more time, yeah, I missed it.
Go on our website. It's 877-813-8001.
I'm going to repeat that back because I might have missed it. 877-813-8011.
8001.
Oh, I see. I told you I missed it. I will put the phone number and the link.
My apologies, guys, everyone out there. Go to our website, log in. You can do an appointment right there. Our calendar's right online for you to go ahead and put in, and we can talk to you that way. That's the best way to do it. It would probably a link right off of Mike's YouTube right here.
Absolutely. And again, folks, there are a couple of questions I just don't answer because I'm just some guy on a microphone on YouTube. And those are ones that are very individual. Entity structures, entity relationships, how many assets to put here, there, accounting structures. That's where you need to talk to the experts. The only group that I have found that is willing to invest the time to get to know you and your situations is the Nexus Group LLC. So check them out. An appointment's free, doesn't cost you anything. See if it's a fit for you. If it is, great. If it isn't, great. Again, we've done a lot of videos. We talk every Friday. There's an entire playlist that we've gone through answering all the common questions. So go check out the playlist, figure out who they are, get to know Mike. And then again, if you want to ask questions about entities or accounting, don't ask me because I won't answer them. Reach out to the Nexus Group LLC and see if they can help you. Any closing thoughts, Mike?
You know, we're going to be doing a few different videos about, you know, your books and about cash flow and how to measure performance. You know, really quick, interesting things that you can, you know, kind of get the pulse of your business and your how you're doing. And so tune in, coming soon. We're looking forward to, you know, talking with everyone, and have a great weekend, everyone.
All right. Thanks, buddy.